Hey YouTube, Charles here with,
Sathe, Khalid.
and what you do?
We got third place at the Garden City Regional with Paleo.
With Paleo of all decks.
Yep, still a good deck.
Some beg to differ, but let's see
Yeah.
what you got.
Alright, so for the frogs, I played 3 Swap Frog, 3 Dupe, and 2 Ronin. This has been like standard for as long as Paleo's been out. And then I also played the Spellbook engine. I played 2 Boo Boys, 2 Knowledge, and 2 Secrets.
How'd that work for you this weekend?
This was like really awesome. It added consistency to the deck. Because the problem with this deck always was you didn't have good ways to gain advantage. So the +1 really helped here. And this should have been better than it was. I realized afterwards that you should be playing a card in the extra deck that I'll talk about in a second. That makes Knowledge a lot better than I thought it was. Then I played 3 Desires and 3 Demise. These are just like the best draw cards in the game. Desire is just another +1, so when you open Blue Boy plus Desire, you're going +2, which solves the Paleo problem of never being able to generate real pluses. This card was like so bad and good at the same time. I sided 3 out every single game and never sided them back in game 3. But like, I still don't think I would cut it because game 1 is just so good. Like, it just solves the problem again of when you're down advantage. Like, this gives you the advantage back that Paleo always has a problem struggling with.
So you played a lot more spells than normal Paleo decks would play.
We have 10 spells, and pretty much every single one is a draw spell.
Okay.
Then for the Paleos, I played 3 of the MSTs, 3 of the Book of Moon, 2 of the Foolish Burial. I played 1 of the Return, and then 1 of the Karma Cut. And I know a lot of people play 2 or 3 of this, but I was playing Demise, so I didn't have a lot of cards in my hand normally, so that's why I played it to 1. If I needed it, I could search it. And it's just not as important as it used to be, because this used to just get rid of problem monsters that were too big for Toad, but now you have Star Boys. You can go double Star Boys, make your Toad 3200, so it's just less important than it used to be. And then for the non-Paleo traps, I played 3 Heavy Storm Duster. This card was like amazing all day. It's probably one of the best traps, because MST, like the Paleo MST and this card, these are like actually the real traps this format with all the magician stuff running around. These are like much better than Strike when you can get rid of their trap card and their spell searcher. Then I played 3 Reckless, of course. Shout out to Max.
The other draw card.
Yeah, more draw. We're just drawing everything. We're just trying to generate advantage, like I said. That's always the problem I thought Paleo had. 2 Strike, because it's still like pretty good, but it's just not that great against pendulums because they just have so many effects to resolve after that. I played 1 Solemn Warning, which was good. It would have been really good against Masterpiece if I played more of them. And then 1 Storming. I just wanted a Mirror Force in my deck, and like I'm playing 10, 11, like 12 draw cards, 13 draw cards, so I knew I would see it every now and then, and I did resolve it about 2 or 3 times, so it was pretty good at 1.
Okay. So 40 cards main deck?
Yeah. 40 cards main deck, and then just all the draw power. It was insanely consistent. I don't think I bricked once all day with it.
Okay. So we got side, extra, which one?
Yeah, we'll do the extra. So 3 Toad, of course, best card. 3 Starboy. So on Friday I was playing 2 Starboy, but I thought I might need the 3rd one, and like this was absolutely crucial having it at 3. I'm so glad I put 3 in. There's definitely times where your first one gets off the field or you like have to tribute it with the Toad or something, and then you just need 2 more to push for game or to make your Toad bigger than certain things. Played 2 Opabinia and 1 Namaclaris. This was a pretty good ratio. I maybe should have cut something to play 2 of this. This is actually really good against pendulums, because if you summon this, you pop their trap on your turn, and then on their turn you either pop their scale or their spell searcher, and it just nets so much advantage. And of course, every time you activate a trap, you're going to excavate, likely mill another trap, and gain more advantage. I never made this. These probably should have been another Namaclaris and maybe another Opabinia. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I was going to talk about. No, this definitely should have been Shining Elf. The thing about Shining Elf is he's a spellcaster and he's a rank 2. So that's what I was actually talking about earlier with Knowledge. I didn't find that out until after the regional. So if you ever have a dead Knowledge and you can make a free rank 2 or a rank 2 that you can afford to get rid of, you can Knowledge away the Shining Elf. So you should definitely play that like from now on, now that I know that was a thing.
So another free rank 2 target. Nice.
Yep. I made this a ton. I played 2 Invoked, so Coccutus came out a lot. This bounces the Coccutus. I played Burning Abyss in round 3 or 4, and you gotta bounce the Beatrice. You don't want that effect to go off.
Rep Max Reynolds.
This card's just always been super amazing. It's another problem to get over big cards. My opponent had a Zatheon that lasted on board after like I striked its effect, and then even when I battle it, it'll still get its effect, so I had to make the Chris Javelin, negate its effect, make its attack 0, and then attack over it without bouncing all my spell and traps.
Okay.
I never made this, so I don't know what I'd cut it for, but I'm probably going to cut it. This I made a lot, because you take your opponent's monsters and you link into it, and it's a lot more likely you'll have 2 monsters to link into than 3 for the Decode Talker. And then for the side deck, I played 3 Ash. I sided 3 in every single time going second against, I think, everything. So good. 3 Gamma Seal to out the Masterpiece, especially because, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm not playing any Dark Holes or Raigekis. I'm not playing them on the side either. So I have 0 spell outs for Masterpiece, so if they go Monster Trap, I pretty much lose unless I have the Kaijus. I side 3 in every time going second, and I keep 2 in even if I'm going first, because I just can't afford them to drop a Masterpiece. That means I automatically lose. So Chaos Trap Hole, this is also really good against Masterpiece when I'm going first. Good against Denko Sekka. I didn't have Denko dropped against me once, so that was super lucky. It's probably best against Pendulums, but I only drew it twice against Pendulums, and I never even hit a Pendulum summon. I actually just hit 2 normal summons of Jokers because I didn't want that to go off. And I think like activating it on Joker won me the game, so that was awesome.
Nice.
2 Zatheon. This card is insane against Paleo, against any Demise build, against Draco. It should have been 3. There's one card that I might cut for it in a second. Maxis, always amazing.
Bug.
Yeah. I played 2 Anti-Spell, and then Imperial, and I don't know why I played this. I don't know why my friends let me play this. I was playing 10 spells. It just should not have been there. It either should have been a 3rd Anti-Spell or the 3rd Zatheon. Yeah, this was so bad, and I didn't side it in once.
All right. Well, congrats on your top. Any shout outs, notable rounds, anything you want to say?
Yeah, so we'll talk about notable rounds first. I think my round 3 was super cool. So I played against ABC Demise, and it just goes to show how important Desires plus the Blue Boy combo is. I went second against ABC Demise, and he set 5 and a monster, and I resolved the Desires and Blue Boy combo on my first turn when I was going second, and I set 5, and end phase he double Heavy Storm Dusters me for 4 cards. So instantly, anytime prior to these cards, Paleo would have just been demolished by losing 4 back row, but I still had 4 cards, 3 cards in hand after that. And then, I drew one for a turn. I was actually able to win that game because I just, netted so much advantage that even, taking a -2 off the double Heavy Storm Duster, it just wasn't enough to stop my pluses. I think that's it for notable rounds. Nothing else was too crazy. I played 3 Magicians, and I beat every single one. That deck's, I don't know if it was just my luck, but every time I played them, they bricked at least once a match, and, that's just unacceptable for this format to be bricking once a match. Especially if I Ash their Desires. That happened 3 times, and every single one of those times they just set 1 and pass. So Magicians didn't seem to be too much of a problem. But that's it for Noble Rounds. I'd like to give a few shout-outs. Shout-outs to Team RIW for doing the deck profile. Thank you guys.
Got you.
I want to give a shout-out to Chong, who let me borrow this entire deck. None of this is mine. And then I'd like to give big shout-outs to Gamers Gauntlet. They're kind of sponsoring me right now, but a full sponsorship would be nice soon. Really big shout-out to Sonny. He's the best vendor in the area. He buys for the best prices. He sells for the lowest. He's looking to open a website soon, so get ready for that, guys. Shout out to my fam. Shout out to my 7-month-old daughter, Lily. I was out of this game for a little bit, but we're back in and top in regional, so.
Yeah, first regional back, gets top.
Yep, been out for 3 months. I just learned how to link summon the day before the regional. I found out you couldn't link with face down monsters, but yeah, it was an awesome experience, man. I lost round 1. I was all discouraged. I thought I was gonna like, you know, lose out because I hadn't played in so long, and then I won 8 straight. So it was an awesome day overall.
All right, anything else?
No, that's it, man.
All right, congrats on your top, and hope everyone has a good day.
Thanks, bud.